Alright guys and gals, let's wrap up the Adventure Camp Treehouse by LEGO Friends. This is set number 42631, contains 1,128 bricks, retails for $129.99, and set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. What you see here is the first two building guides, or bags 1 through 8, and we have building guide number 3, which covers bags 9, 10, and 11. And this set is already big, and we are not even close to being done yet. And here are the stickers. I think there's like 6 left or so. And that's pretty much what it is. And yeah, as I promised, it is on a turntable, because now I can easily work on this. And I'm going to be honest, and I know some of you have heard me until I'm blue in the face here, but invest your chips into a turntable. It could be a cheapo. Well, because at the end of the day, you don't want to have to mess with it too much. And yeah. Oh look, it's Leo. Oh boy, the girls are just going to tear him apart. And we need bag number, I think it's 9. Also, we're going to need this one too. Boy, that doesn't look too bad. So let's begin. Let's build with bag number 9. Now, get that down there for you so you can see a little better. Now, I just got done doing a prototype of a tutorial, and I always start with one build and end with another. That's always a good thing. So now, that's what we'll be doing here for the remainder of the day, is tutorials after I get done with this. Well, I'm going to do an unboxing and then a tutorial. Or after this, review, tutorial, then unboxing. And I'm still building the tutorial, but I just pulled out the essential parts, which are parts that are going to be hard to find. And yeah, so it's not going to be a hard tutorial, just time consuming. Okay, old Leo, let's see what we can do. Leonardo. Alrighty. Yeah, the girls are going to rip him apart. They're going to fight over him. I'm thinking, whose boyfriend is he going to be today? Oh. Maybe we need to use that expression when the girls fight over him. That's probably what we're going to do. But let's keep the default. Alright. Alright, so I like building tutorials. They're fun to do. I could have used this slide, but now I have one in yellow. And now I'm just kind of doing some other things. Ooh, Leo, where are you going? Oh. That's kind of... LEGO, has this hairstyle been out? This is like so 2010s. And now it's all about the broccoli cut, or the, what is it now that the kids are starting to do? The buzz cut. It's low maintenance. And of course it shows that he's frightened or happy too. Okay, and then now we got to do a sticker right off the bat. And we got to put a sticker on this. This must be his notepad. And that's sticker number 18, which is that right there. And for the most part, though, things are not too bad. I just want to get into that tutorial. Yeah, it's got to be on that side there too. And we can't do the tutorial because Leo said so. But no, I get happy when I do tutorials, because honestly, guys and gals, I'm pooped on doing reviews. I don't know why regular minifigures don't have different ethnics and races. So it's got to be yellow. I can't even get that in his hand. There we go. It's got his lunch basket too. Oh, Leo, your hair's flying all over your face. You got to get that cut. Why don't you get yourself a tapered perm and be done with it. Okay. Now we could do something big. Okay, step aside, Leo. He's right here. Okay, ladies, you can have Adam now. You can tear him apart. We're done with him. Right. Guys and gals, you got to have fun doing these. You go nuts if you don't. So, I got a tutorial hot on my mind. I got the when I talk about tutorials, I always say I need to find the essential parts. What does that really mean? Is the parts to really basically make the tutorial. They have to exist. If I do not have the essentials, do I have alternatives? This one here had a few pieces, but they weren't the right color. But the parts do exist. The prototype is very strong. What do? Well, I have to use substitutes. And it's okay. I don't. And Jay, you must have every part. No, I don't. If I did, I wouldn't be doing all those type of essentials. I wouldn't be trying to find out. Wow, we got coral bricks in there. They're just stuffed in there. What a waste of a beautiful color that's hiding in that. Maybe Leo is doing that. Yeah, with my allergies flaring up, my asthma sure was just going bonkers earlier. I was just sitting down doing a Lego project. The next thing I was huffing and puffing like I was running a marathon or smoked 3 packs, but no. Price to pay. That's one thing my dad never had to deal with, is breathing issues. He asked me one time, what does that feel like when you're breathing hard? I said, it's like running really hard, except you're not doing anything. You can't get enough air into you. So that is what it feels like. It's like, oh. So just be glad you don't have that. Not too fun. Not too fun at all. That's only bad about the turntable, but see, I can rotate it without everything without dragging things around. Get into this hobby, get a turntable. Yeah, we're going pretty fast right now, but here's the thing, guys and gals. What goes up must come down, right? Well, we're doing big parts. Look how big these pieces are. My kind of build. I will guarantee you that's going to end very shortly. Oh, that doesn't want to go in there. Isn't he making sure there wasn't a tile or something stuck in there? I don't think I have any 2x6s in that color. But how do I obtain my parts? Where do I get a very big, large Lego collection? It takes time. Okay? I've had some that said, Jay, I want to have a big collection. How do I go about doing that? Buying sets like this on clearance if you're the ambassador thing. Or, even better, if you are in a lug, you can easily get that stuff. I don't know how I'm going to fit all this on here. Let's see if I can slide that back a little further, because I'm already running out of space down here. You know, it's very bright and colorful, isn't it? Messing around with that TV tuner project some more, and yeah, it's nice laying in bed watching it, but I don't want to leave the media server on all night long. I shut it off at a certain time. Oh, we got to put a sticker on that there. Okay. Sticker number 21 here, which is this. And so when I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and go on. I'm going to review it, and then I'm going to get the parts, start working on my tutorial. Then I'm going to unbox another set. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. It could be anything right now. We don't know, because right now the girls are going to have fun tearing apart Leo, and we don't want to miss that. Once we build the base, it's not too bad. But I'm just, when I do a tutorial, I perk up, you know, because I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking on how to put something together, something for my mind, and that's the thing. Can I see it? And we need sticker number 19, which... Well, that was 19. Did we put that there? Oh, I made a mistake. That is supposed to be... Okay. Oh. You know what? Does it really matter? Do we really care? Not really, because they're both sand color. And I got to put a sticker on it, so we'll just throw it on there instead. We'll put that on the bloopers reel. Somebody will take this channel seriously, but you know what? Hey, I don't want to peel that off. Okay. So just don't do that. I'm happy. I got my tutorial fixed for the day. But anyways, you know, here's the deal. It's okay to make mistakes. I don't care what people tell you. Don't listen to what people say. I'm not here to tell you how to build your set. It's up to you, the builder, to do that. Okay. You can mess up. Or you make a mistake. No one's going to care. I won't get mad. I have other things to worry about. But what I do care is that you enjoy what you're doing. You like doing this stuff, and you're ready to go. All right. So once I get this bag done, I'm going to start building more of the essentials of this project. I can't tell you what it is because of competition. I think you're going to like it. I'm hoping you will. Most of my viewers do, so I'm not too worried about it. Recording still, no errors, good. Very good. See, my OCD meter ain't going off on that because I don't care. All of a sudden, we're just putting all this big clunky stuff on here. Oh, now I know what it's for. It's for the slide. Oh, yeah. So the girls can push Leo down the slide. Okay. I like those slide pieces. They're so much fun. Okay, after that, we have a little green frog that goes on the rocks, facing away from the slide because he doesn't want to see you slide down and get hurt. So when he sees you slide down, the frog turns away from you, provided I get him on the stud. And that is it for bag 9 with only, well, the head doesn't count. Put Leo's extra head in there. That's what we have remaining. Now we're going to proceed on with bag 10, and yes, that looks very small. Well, how many little pieces are in it? That's the question. Alright. It doesn't seem, looks like it's just medium parts. And I'm hoping you can see everything just fine. There's not a whole lot I can do about the angle. Worked a little bit more on that piecing together the tutorial, and I swear I'm dropping more parts than anything, and it's stuff that I'm very limited on as is, and hunting around for pieces. And it's not a hard tutorial, it's just trying to get the parts organized to get it. And I started getting wrapped up and I thought, oh, I can't because I got this in the way. Looks like this slide is going to be up on that. But anyways though, at least I've been working on this tutorial, and now we know where that sticker's going. It's going on the wheat thin. I'll be ripping that off. Yeah, it's just right after you get done with one review, you have to do another one. Is there an animal figure in here? Oh, I thought that was a frog piece, but no. It's like a little hedgehog or something. I'll put them on here and you can see them better. That's what it looks like to me. You know what I forgot to do? Flip this on so you can see better. My bad. Let's see. Well, obviously we're going to give them some kind of seeds or noodles. Something. Yeah, I am ready for that tutorial. So slowly piecing things. But when I'm doing these review offers, I'm doing other projects too. So far, so good. Hey, maybe this one's going to go quick. Remember, we got to do the review after this too. Setting up, doing the review, yada yada yada. Alright. I thought maybe we were going to put something in there, but it's pretty hollow. There might be something in there after all. We don't know yet, but I do see these. We only got 5 stickers left, so we're getting at that very slowly. Okay, at least it's not tiny parts. I got this song in my head and kind of humming it to myself, well, in my head anyways, because I don't want the copyright police after me. Oh, Leo is just running to the girls so they can pound on him. Or beat him up. It depends on how you look at it. Matter of fact, fighting's not cool, but... Remember, bullying is not cool. Okay, alrighty. Alright, so now I'm going to wrap around the corners like this. And more here. I'm not sure what we're doing yet. Oh. You know, I wish this really was printed. You need sticker number 9 for this tile. And this is one of those pieces where you're kind of hesitant on keeping it like that. Or do I peel it off? And it goes right here for a map. Okay? Matter of fact, I've already, I wish they'd make that, matter of fact, if you scan that in and put it in the stud, you could use it for stuff. But then again, it's not going to be an easy obtainable part. And now it's actually the 26th of May 2024. It's like 12:30 at night. So put a table lamp right there so we can light up the trunk of the tree to help it grow better at night. Yeah, so these are going to be used for lampshades because they're pretty cool for that. But for the most part, these friend sets are normal colors. This looks like something, looks more like something you'd see like in a fun park than anything else. But so when I do the close-up tour, I'm just going to take a tour and just give demonstrations and some stuff. But the main demonstrations are going to be in the 360 spin, just because it'd be easier that way. I've had some people point out and say I missed some things when I'm doing the tours, but Leo left his water bottle behind so the hedgehog can use it, I guess. I may not cover everything in the tours. I try my best, but sometimes things just happen. So the hinged rock reveals the trash underneath. Okay, where's that little black, oh, that leaf goes right here. And that's it for bag 10. Really, it's going along pretty good. Alrighty, bag 11, and it looks like we got, this doesn't look too bad. Remember when we were doing all the small pieces for that one tree, that about did me in, but It's like the set is kind of saving itself. What did we say the score was? A 9 or something like that. I need to write down my tallies. Alright. And now we need the slide and this plate, which we have here. And yeah, so we'll set that off to the side there because I have a feeling this is going to go on there. And let's see if we can breeze through this. Because I want to get into building more tutorials. Not this is not a bad set, but I want to do my own stuff. It's fun when I get to explore my own imagination. That's the fun part. And then trying to make it work and interpret what I was trying to say in my mind and say, okay, we got to build this and build it now. Okay. We only got 3 stickers left, so I think we got 4. Yeah, I think this set's pretty good either for a boy or a girl. I mean, don't let the title Friends scare you. It doesn't scare me. Yeah, but if you need some dark leaf pieces, this is the set you can find them in. Now, would somebody spend $130 just to get these leaf pieces? Most likely not. I mean, I wouldn't, but then again, who am I kidding, right? Oh wow, a bluish green brick. I have some blue bricks that are turning that color. I mean, literally, they're that dark blue, the bright blue, not this blue, and they're turning this color, like literally, so won't be for long. You don't have to make them, they're already there. Okay, we'll put this on first then. That's much better, Lego. Maybe you got to have me write up your building guides. That'd make more sense. Oh, there it is. I don't know what we're building here, but it's got more of these dark green modified 1x2 plates with the top holder. I don't know what we're putting on there. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Alright, so it's not, you just need 1. Now just forgive me, my mind's in tutorial mode. It's not in, let's copy the picture mode. The only picture I'm trying to copy is from my mind. Alright. And I'm missing another one of those plates. There it is. Is that piece printed? Yeah, it is. Let me put it up on here and I'll show you. It'll be easier to do it. Let's put the crown on top. Yeah. Okay. And we just shove. We gotta find some kind of water spider. Put him in the box. Like that. And a magnifying glass. Okay, I made a boo-boo here. It's hard to see with the dark green. These are actually supposed to be facing the other way, like this one here is supposed to be facing like this. I couldn't really tell. Now we're facing the right way. Just make sure your clip is going that way. That's like, that doesn't make any sense, but now I know why. And yes, that actually amplifies. It's not the best magnifying glass, but it's pretty darn close. And then this, did I forget a plate on this other thing? Oh, I did. Okay. Now this can fit in here. So it's just like an outdoor laboratory, and that is trying to give me a paper cut. Usually I have the book sitting up here, but this set is just big. It is big, and I don't have space to set this up here. Usually that's what I would do, is just I didn't get on a Discord call tonight. I was supposed to, just to kind of chat with everybody, and then I thought, well, I want to get these reviews done quick. Next week I'm going to have a whole day. I'm going to be not from working from home, but no one's going to be here, which is going to be nice. So I'm just going to work. And then in between projects, I'm going to review like mad. I really want to get the reviews going here. And once I get those reviews going, it won't be too scary. Just kind of get them out of the way. So far, that's what we've got there. Sorry if the angle's kind of lousy, but yeah, for the most part, it's not a bad set. I'm just getting tired, and I want to get on this tutorial, but I may not even get to it. It's getting close to 2 in the morning, and I'm not even near done with this yet. I mean, I'm on the last bag, but you can tell now we're dwindling down to really tiny parts. And I know somebody's going to tell me they can build this in 3 minutes. Okay, cool. Well, I'm not here to build it fast. I'm just here to get it done so I can do an accurate review. And then I can proceed on. I first thought this was a little pavilion, but no. Once we get to the review, it'll go quick. I mean, does it look like we have a lot of parts? Yeah. I'll let them fool you here. And now this goes on top of this. And the little balcony, let's face it like this. Goes like this. Let's see here. Alright, so you want this slope to be right in the center here. Alright, so Sometimes it's just easier to do that. Trying to press this on a turntable that's just kind of springy just makes it hard. So I got to put it over here. So if you don't see a whole lot, I'm sorry. I have to, I'm going to have to give this thing some muscle. And why didn't we just build it on here? I don't know. Somebody just didn't write their instructions up very well. Yeah, breaking things again. Yeah, so when you're building this, and I'm just gonna, exactly. Yeah, when you're building, see, this is one bad thing about making big things like this. Things will fall apart more. It's big. It's a big set. It's big, clunky, and yeah, when I get to that zip line, you know, if I can't stick that on there, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I don't have any more space to do this, and I don't want to have 20 million cutscenes. There's some guys that will hardcore do it. At the end of the day, it's about my build experience, you know. Most people want to hear what I have to say. They don't want to just... Some people don't want to see the walkthrough of a set. And also when I do the review, most people skip to that anyways. Okay. That slides in there like this. Yep. Yeah, I'd love to say a couple of four-letter words right now on this. It's not too bad, but is it gonna? Let's see what else we can do here. Looks like that tin copper roof that you see out in the mountains and stuff. I'm thinking that it rotates like this, and then you put this here on the right hand side. You know, sometimes the instructions are just, some places are vague, you just have to deal with it. And I'm going to hold that in there and then snap it in, and there we go. We know we did it right because it meets up at the top. And now we put the fun stuff in the big slide. There we go. Alright, well, we found the stickers right here, the 3 in a row. So, looks like these are just round. So you just need stickers 2, 3, and 4. We'll start with the yellow one first. I got that one on there pretty good. Now the reason why I don't use stickers in mocks is, like I mentioned, I don't expect you to have all those. A buddy of mine, he prints his own graphics, which is cool. Now since I have a silkscreen machine, I can easily just photocopy some of these parts, get the graphics, and just 3D print them on a print them on a silkscreen bricks. And don't have to worry. So that's, no, we're not done yet. But we already know the last stickers in bag 11. It's kind of cool. And right there. Yeah, things are just clunking around right now. It's a big model. And this goes up like that. And all right, now we're officially done with stickers, because now I need to put sticker number 14, which is that, on this flag here. You gotta get to step 103 to do that. Well, if I can get that on there right. Well, that's as close as I'm going to get. If Lego was really concerned, they would have had all this stuff printed. All right. I want to get going on this tutorial. And what am I doing right now? Putting together something that probably 10 designers designed up. Where my stuff is designed by me. Yes, it takes me a long time to get to the tutorials, or at least off the drafting board, but you know. And just about done here. What I'm gonna propose to do after I do this is when I get done with the review, I'm gonna go ahead and do the tutorial next, then I'm gonna do the unboxing. Unboxings don't take a long time. I mean, I guess I could do the I really get the tutorial done ASAP. I mean, I'm working on next year's projects, which is really cool. And looks like we're building the last tree here. Now why that little notch is in the middle, so you can run a shaft through it to strengthen up your tree. And it goes right here by the slide. It'd have been kind of cool if you can. Well, maybe we're still working on it. Just like that. Yeah, another one, but this time we're doing smaller ones. Yeah, we're getting to the top here. This is the last of it right here, is doing the trees. And this kind of goes catty corner from the other ones. Just wiggle it in there. And we got a little bit more left to do. Stick your nose cone on like that, and then you're going to be working backwards. Hey, at least it's kind of staged up into the mountains, so at least it's kind of like going on vacation in a way. Got some flame pieces. What is that for? I don't remember seeing a campfire in there. Unless that's what this is for. And they might use that for a campfire ring. That's pretty basic. Okay. I mean, they give you enough of a sample here to build some cool stuff. And let me show you a little insert here. And I think that is it. Okay, you got to do the campfire here, though. All right, so this here, with all the round stuff that wants to roll around, we'll put it in there. This actually goes over here like this. Yeah. Make sure you have yourself a big workbench for this. This is not one of these sets. It's going to be, it's big. It is a big build. Big and somewhat fragile. Especially when things are just flying off. So I'm going to say the build quality in this is average. Especially when you can't even lock that in. But there it is. It's colorful though. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. It's colorful. It's big. It's very big. And then this drawbridge here comes down. And now we got to put the fire ring in here. I want us to make 2 of these, but what I'm going to do is put these in here. This is more like your modern fire ring. You've seen these at some of the state parks, which is just a concrete enclosure. So I've even been hitting that swing or log thing. Okay, and that locks this joint here together right here. Now, line it up against this plate here. There we go. And then the zip tie, or the zip line, goes over here. Now, this is not a set that you're going to easily move. There's no way. To move it. Okay. And I'm going to leave it like this right here with the handlebars going this way. And then this one goes right here. So if you would have a figure, there you go. It's better than it on this goofy thing. And I think that is it for the build. Watch series online. Yeah, right. And that's what it looks like. Okay. So, for the most part, this is essentially what we have remaining. I think what I'm going to do is cut one scene out when I film it. We're just going to put everybody in some poses here. So obviously Leo is probably going to be our bug catcher. So let me bring the camera down here more to eye level so we can see how big this thing really is. And it's big. It is a big build. It's not skimpy. But also you've seen how much I struggled with it because there's nowhere to really display. It's like this thing's big. I'm going to have to back the camera up further. That's how big it is. You know, it is big. At least it's not small and puny. Like, I still can't get this thing to fit in here. I can only go back so far because I got a bunch of other Lego projects down here on the floor that I don't want to ruin. Alright, and that's essentially what we got there. It is big. Let's see if we can rotate here. Of course not. And still can't rotate. Does it really matter, Jay? Yes, it does. 'Cause, like I said, I don't want to have to forget a camera angle and the comments get flooded. I've had it happen before. Okay, sorry, I got to move the camera. And yes, I have to let it be known that I'm moving the camera because some have gotten kind of angry at me. Jay, you're moving the camera too much. I've kind of gotten a little... I've kind of switched on to douchebag mode and say, well, send me that GoPro, then I don't have to move so much. Actually, it'd be two different camera angles. But remember, what you're watching here is not Hollywood quality filming. What you're watching here is raw, uncut, and I can't do this sideways. There's some guys that literally have 3 or 4 cameras going at one time, and those are your professional reviewers. And I do everything more or less. You know, this is what you see is what you get. See, I'm gonna. It's big. It's a big set. It's very big. It's big, and yeah, let's see here, let's turn the focus here. And now we're going to start really staging this thing up here. Okay, I'm going to sit right here, turn that up a bit more. Alright, so we're going to pretend this is all blue. This is the ocean. I'm just going to leave this thing right here. It's oddballed, and I'm probably going to do the thumbnail after I do the tour. And let me get that. I can't wait to get this big monster out of the way so I can work on a tutorial. Kind of getting bored with it already. Doing a whole set like this in one sitting is not really fun, especially throughout the day. So we have these juice bottles, and they show these just randomly somewhere. So we'll just start dropping them. Our sippy cups. Here, we're gonna put this one over here. There we go. And there's accessories with it. It's not too bad, but it's meant to be played with. So what we're gonna do here, start staging up our minifigures a bit better. We'll save the zip line for later. And what we're gonna do is let's have, I think his name is Jonathan. We're going to have him inside the raft. And let's make sure we're not flashing any warning lights because it is getting late and I want to work on tutorials. Okay, what I'm going to do is put his ticket in here like this. And I'm just going to have him row the boat. Let me take it out first. Yes, I'm getting frustrated. I want to do something. You know, here's the deal. It's like real life stuff. I want to work on a tutorial. Well, I got have-tos. It's like paying your bills. You got to do your have-tos before your want-tos. Like, I have to do reviews because they sent this to me. I'm on a time thing. This tutorial is not going to be released until 2025. Why am I in a hurry? Just because I like to do one tutorial a week at least. And I want to preserve these ideas. And this is already preserved. This is just a building guide. Okay, so there you go. He's in the ocean or the lake. I want to be by the lake. And then of course we have Leo, which is probably the bug catcher. We're going to put Leo up in here. And when I do the close-up shots, we can show him here. I want everybody fixed. Now, the heads I'm not going to mention, so I'm just going to toss these over here. And let's see, I'm not even going to take the life jackets off. She needs her life jacket because she's on the pier. She might drop her sippy cup in there. Okay. And looks like everybody's got a home. I'm going to use Aliya, I think that's her name. Can't remember. We're going to use her as the guinea pig. And then what we'll do is we'll test this out, alright? So we're going to keep her up here. There's lots of stuff to cover, so I'm not going to cover everything in here. Okay. And for the most part, it's pretty good. I have a feeling that's going to hit. No. And so I can spin it around and point out the various rooms. Okay, so I think we're ready to go here with the review. So let me do one more final focus shot here. And yeah. All right. Well, that's good. And right now it's almost 2 in the morning. So let's start with the review. Let's start my observations with play value. As you saw with the tour and demonstration, there's plenty of things to do. You got the zip line, you have the trap doors, you have the lovely mushrooms throughout the build. You have access to all the interior spots of the rooms. There's just so many things. You got the canoe. There's just plenty of things. There's too many things to label. So this indeed is really a nice playable model. I can see somebody spending hours with this. It's just fun. You got the slide. I mean, look at this. It's just plenty of things to do. And in addition, if you notice, it's bright and colorful. This is a cheerful build. This is not dark or gloomy. But if you notice, unlike your older friend sets, this one actually looks normal. So if you want, you can take the mini dolls out, put your own minifigures in here and have fun. It looks like a normal set. I like this. Looks more like something you'd see like in a park setting than you would as a camp tree house. But other than that, though, it's really good. Build quality, I'm going to say, is average. You know, some things like this, the flags kind of get out of shape. I've had this thing here. You can see I'm bumping into things. You got to be very careful. This thing kept flying off. Some of the mushrooms had come apart. I've had the radio fall off once. There's just a lot of stuff here. In addition, things can easily get lost. So if you're not really careful, this thing could fall apart very easily. And if you notice, it's on a turntable. I recommend something like this, or at least a flat piece of wood, even a cutting board, because this is going to be nearly impossible to move with all this here. This feels like it's about to fall off. So you got to make sure that this is always snug together. I've had it fall off one time when I was testing it out. So I have to be very careful. Now my build experience also was pretty good. There was a moment in the middle where we were doing all the tree stuff. It was starting to get pretty dry. for the most part, you are getting some small pieces, medium and large. I'd say it's kind of equal throughout the part counts. So you're not just building nothing with small pieces or large pieces. It is a little bit of everything. The base is mostly full of larger pieces, and the smaller pieces are usually the details and the clutter in the build. Other than that, it was a nice build for me. I have nothing really bad to say about it. Now, despite this being a very large set, it is not really a collaborative build. You had to tie a lot of the stuff together to the main model. So, except for bag 1, which does this little piece here, and accessories falling off, and the canoe and some of the mini dolls, bags 2 through 11 are pretty much all tied to the main model, so you're not really going to get a balanced build for a group. So I'm going to say this is just a solo build, nothing more. Now obviously with an open back, we are not going to be dropping this in the Lego City. It'd be up to you, the builder, to finish this off in here, maybe add a little bit more terrain to kind of blend it in. So this is not something that you can just easily pick up and put in your city. This is more of a play set than anything else. Or if you want, you can just slide it up against the wall or in a corner and you can still enjoy it like this. But for the most part, this is designed for play. It also does have a really good selection of bricks. So if you're looking for something that has a lot of mushrooms, plates, this net, leaf pieces, we got a lot of these new types of leaf pieces. This set is your go-to for that. There's a lot of inspiration in this set. The spruce trees are pretty cool. I mean, these would be nice in my campground. I just need to make like 20 of these or so. But for the most part, it's nice. It has a nice selection of parts for mock building. Or you can use pieces from your own creation to enhance this build. There's not a lot you can go wrong with it. And finally, you have 3 printed building guides, and a brick separator is included with the build. And you will use that brick separator. I've made a few boo-boos myself. So it is a nice tool to have building this set. My final score is going to be a 9 out of 10. Here's why. There was no scratch parts or anything like that in there. The set had a brick separator. Mainly it was just stuff falling off, and some of the stickers were pretty much impossible to put on straight. So if you're not careful, you can mess up on the stickers. Like these two right here, I have them interchanged. I did that by accident. That kind of stuff happens. But it's easier just to leave it alone. And yes, you can get confused on stickers real easy. The instructions were somewhat easy to follow. Some places were kind of vague, but other than that, though, you can figure your way around the instruction guides. So overall, it's not a bad set. Now this set does retail for $129.99. Do I think it's worth it? You want me to be honest with you? Not really. It's just not finished up enough. It would be nice if it was like maybe a $100 set. But for $130, I just don't see it in this build. I don't know. It is a playable model. You are getting a lot of stuff. You get several mini dolls. But the price is probably the only thing that's really scaring me away on this set. All in all, though, if you do get it, you're getting at least a decent build experience. You're getting a lot of accessories. And if you want the set for parts, there's a lot of good pieces for that too. But tell me what you think of the set.